Thank you. Good morning. I loved your. It's very suitable for my first slide of my presentation. In 2001, I left Philips Electronics to join a mobile internet startup. And what do? In between jobs, you go travel. So in my case, I traveled from Mexico City down to Costa Rica. And I was really surprised, but more shocked. I saw so many banana plantations instead of pristine nature. Except for the end bit of my travels, where I ended up in a national park, not too big, Corcovado. You may have been there, but it was just unbelievable, like how beautiful. It was for me the first time. And you start reading facts like every minute, 10, 20 football fields are being cleared of primary rainforest. Every minute, 20 football fields. So I got back home. So this is Corcovado, beautiful. So I got back home and, next to my work, I set up this initiative to do something about it. So I called it Niets doen maakt schuld, basically meaning if you don't act, you're guilty. And I convinced my company to help me raise funds from the public via reverse billed SMS to basically help me buy rainforest and protect it properly. And I thought of this, campaign, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, everybody that would support me. The bad, all the companies that were involved in illegal trading of timber. And the ugly, the politicians that didn't intervene. And so it was early 2002, May 2002, and Pim Fortuyn, a well-known politician, was murdered by an environmental activist. So here I was with my, naming and shaming campaign, and everybody's like, Rob, don't do this. It's not a time and moment. So I, shelved the initiative. Got on with life. Maybe I should have taken a class from Rubian to, deal with the setback. But it was on the side. So, and my name is Robert Linck. So why am I sharing this with you? I still get a lot of questions from people. Is Shell serious about the energy transition? Can't you guys do faster in the energy transition? And Robert, why do you even work for Shell? And I have to remind them that many people in Shell are actually very passionate about the environment and looking to make impact. And I also, can say that Shell was one of the first actually to really be big in solar, 10 years ago. Really, real sums of money. We were also the first really big in wind in the US, top 3 player. The first to support the carbon pricing initiative, and we're even in forestry, certified sustainable forestry. But it's fair to say we were not successful in scaling up to a material, profitable business. And so here we are. We look for ideas to help us find that pathway because we're still trying. And one of the tools we use is corporate venturing. So we invest in startup companies. We've been around since 1996, so we've been doing this for quite a bit, investing hundreds of millions in startups. And I had the privilege to be asked by, in 2012, to write up a new charter for our team. And so we built a team, rebuilt a team in 2012, and we're investing from different funds for different purposes. And one, we have a big fund focused on new energies. So our team is spread out from the west coast of the US to China. We also work via partners. Chrysalix, or SET is one of them, here in Amsterdam. So what do we offer? So we offer more than just money alone. So we can offer you pilots. We can be a launching customer. We can give you access to subject matter experts in the fields of water, material corrosion, IT. Yeah, we spend a lot of IT. We have a huge department on IT. We have a big test laboratory, across the water here. We can help you develop your supply chain. And in most of our investments, we actually have been able to attract other pockets of funding or complementary strategic investors that can help you. And what we don't do is ask for a right of first refusal. At least not on my watch. We are here to build successful companies. Yeah, it's very important, and don't accept it from other corporates. So new energies, where do we look for? We look for potential to build material and profitability in the areas that are adjacent to us, so low carbon fuels, hydrogen, in an area why we're here, smart customer solutions, including electric mobility, and indeed solar and wind. Yes, our CEO actually mentioned, solar will be the backbone of our energy system, so it is important. So have I been able to make impact so far? Well, one of the first companies I actually looked at in 2011 was a bit of a funny company from Fremont, California. They had a Dutch glass house with built-in mirrors, and what they did was to produce steam from concentrating solar energy. And steam is something we use, and actually we produce it by burning gas. And we have a lot of sunshine in one of our assets in Oman. They're long in sunshine, and they actually import gas to produce steam. And so we helped them land a pilot. So this is a pilot in the energy sector, reasonably big. 50 tons of steam is still small. But the pilot actually was much better than we expected. And so in 2012, we also invested. And in 2013, we helped them raise over 50 million in funding to further develop their technology, to enable them to further scale up. And last year, they landed a commercial project worth several hundreds of millions of dollars to build the largest solar facility on the earth, over a gigawatt of solar thermal power at its peak capacity, replacing 60,000 cars of emissions all the time. And this is the first project. So I've not become an environmental activist, but I'm still, busy looking for making impact. We look for, good solutions, innovative solutions in the area of smart mobility as well. I mean, everything, is very clear being said today. And so if you want to work with us, come and talk to us.
There's fundamentally two types of investments that we do. We have investments in the oil and gas domain. The second area of investments is more in the future energy domain, because we realize that there's a lot of exciting innovation outside Shell that we want to tap into.
Because Stevie's objective is to deploy technology, their incentive is really embedded within their culture to make us successful.
Stevie's support came at the point when we were in a stage of very, very fast growth. There's support there when we need it, and there's a willingness to advise.
You cannot have but a lot of respect for the entrepreneurs that we deal with. They deal with a lot of risk to make their products come to market.
Shell and Stevie take a long view on this. Strategic investors are thinking in the next less than 5 years. Stevie and Shell are thinking in the next 30.